All right, we welcome you back to Gulfport, Mississippi. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Day 3 of the 2024 SWAC softball tournament. We started with 8. We're down to 6. And by the time we get to later, we'll be down a couple of more teams. Day 1's matchup started with these two teams, Texas Southern and Bethune-Cookman, and we start day 3 in an elimination game between these two teams. As we are underway, Essence Gibbs for Bethune-Cookman leading it off, facing Madeline Gonzalez. Glad you can join us on the SWAC Digital Network. Our producer, James Crenshaw, to my left, and she'll have in-game and post-game interviews. Simone Stanley, I'm Charles Edmond. Glad you can join us. And Simone, here we are. You got a rematch of day 1's matchup between these two teams, Texas Southern and Bethune-Cookman.
Yes, and it's a rematch, and last time Texas Southern got the best of Bethune-Cookman 6-2. They ended up losing to FAMU yesterday, which put them in this loser's bracket. BCU dropped to Texas Southern on Tuesday, which found them in the loser bracket, but they came on top against UAPB to stay alive. Now, Bethune-Cookman cleaned up their problems that they had in game 1 against Texas Southern. They stranded 5 runners on base in that game, but in game 2 for them against UAPB, the Bats came alive. They scored 6 runs. Texas Southern yesterday got shut out against FAMU. They couldn't get any runs on the board, so let's see if they are able to correct their errors and move on in this tournament.
It's about surviving and advancing at this point. 2-2 pitch, the leadoff, ground ball to third, and the throw across high, offline, safe at first. A ground ball to third, the throw offline. Texas Southern's Sweeney. As you look at the replay here, just try to slap it down the left field line. The plan, and the throw just got away from her.
Now, the first time Bethune-Cookman was facing Texas Southern, they were going up against Texas Southern's freshman pitcher, Maron Berger. That is not the case today. They're going up against Gonzalez, so maybe there could be a different outcome for Bethune-Cookman matching up against a different pitcher.
Yeah, and all arms are on deck here. I mean, in the elimination game, everyone is available as you take a look at the lineup for Texas Southern. Throughout this lineup, this TSU team can play a little small ball at times. The lineup for Bethune-Cookman here in the first. This pitch is low. Ball 1. Glad you can join us here. Day 3. Whittle the tournament down. You've got some teams. And what an exciting finish last night. Jackson State and Alabama State. Jackson State and FAMU coming up later.
That's going to be a good one. Another rival game for Jackson State going up against FAMU. Definitely rivals on the football field and rivals on Twitter. They're always going at it.
And I'm sure that will continue with this matchup coming up a little bit later on. Coming up next, it'll be Prairie View, the 2-time defending tournament champs, taking on Alabama State, who lost a heartbreaker at a 5-2 lead. 3-run home run tied it up, and Jackson State won it in extra innings. Still getting a lot of conversation. I saw it on social media, the video, the highlights, all the conversation. So we'll be talking about that game later on. FAMU and Jackson State. Mies Patterson and her team with a lot of energy. Time called here. Count is 3-1. Number 2 hitter Jocelyn Davis, the center fielder, here in the top of the first. Texas Southern is the home team for this game.
So they get to wear white in this 90-degree weather.
Today is the warmest day of the tournament. There's a slapper in the left center for a base hit. So Davis, a single in the left center, a first. It's now second base runners here for Bethune-Cookman.
Davis with a single.
We're talking with Laura Watton, longtime head coach at Bethune-Cookman, over 800 wins in her career.
Number 34, Jessica Alon.
And she just continued to talk about getting her team to relax, not tighten up in tense situations. Scalon at the plate with 2 on and none out. You expect a sacrifice here? Yep. And a strike called from Gonzalez.
They were definitely relaxed yesterday after their big win over UAPB. A lot of excitement on the field, and even when we saw them coming out for the starting lineup, there were a couple of chants, there were a couple of singing. They ran back to the dugout chanting BCU, BCU. So I think that the girls came out relaxed today.
It's hard to do. I have to give these student athletes a lot of credit. There's a lot of talk about the postseason and SWAC championships. You want to get it done on the biggest stage. Talk about Alon's numbers 200 in the tournament. This is her 6th at bat with an RBI. 1-1 the count here in the top of the first inning. Pitch is low, runners going, and everybody is safe. Gibbs takes third and Davis takes second. So Bethune Cookman aggressive on the bases here. Simone Staley, the early going, now second and third, nobody out.
And we talked to Texas Southern's coach yesterday about preparing for FAMU, and she said one of the biggest things they have to watch out for is the speed around the bases. That's definitely something that they're going to have to keep an eye out for against Bethune-Cookman as well.
Foul off to the left side. I continue to be impressed with these teams in the speed. SWAC softball's gotten faster. Every team's got some speed, and you have to account for that. 2-2 the count. In the top of the first inning. Let's go on, the second baseman. Second and third in front of her with nobody out. A chance for the Wildcats to strike first. Poke it to the right side, foul and out of play. If you look at Texas Southern, starting Maddie Gonzalez, you had Berger and Layla Bell on the pitching to this point. Gonzalez getting the start here. The 2-2. Popped up on the infield, and Gonzalez hauls it in.
And the story last time Bethune-Cookman played Texas Southern on Tuesday, which seemed like a long time ago at this point, was Bethune-Cookman getting runners on and leaving them stranded. And they corrected that in Game 2 against UAPB. But if you're Bethune-Cookman, you definitely want to get your runners home. You don't want to get in a hole to Texas Southern again.
Game 1 against TSU, they stranded 5 runners in the first couple of innings, and that kind of set the table as Bethune-Cookman lost to Texas Southern 6-2. But the Lady Wildcats beat UAPB and eliminated the Lady Lions 2-0. 0-1 the count. Day 3, Game 1, a rematch of Game 1 of the tournament's matchup. Rise ball is high. The count is 1-1. Appreciate the good work from Joseph Rankin yesterday. Did a good job. His team, Hancock County here in Mississippi, is in the state championship. So I wish him the best of luck as his team goes for a title. Here's the 1-1.
Bases loaded.
And she was hit on the knee. So the Lady Wildcats have the bases loaded with 1 out for the left fielder, Brooklyn Scott.
Bases loaded.
The 7th at bat here, and we've got time called. The infield huddles up here. An opportunity for the Lady Wildcats.
Runner to first for the Lady Wildcats with 1 out.
Looks like we have a pinch runner here at first.
Hey, timely hitting. Timely hitting, kid.
All right, so we have a pinch runner for Clark. Joyce Bloom will pinch run for Clark at first. So Simone, here we go. Bases loaded, 1 out here for Bethune-Cookman. A chance for them to send an early message.
They're putting it all on the table, bringing in some more speed at first base. Definitely want to bring at least 2 runners home. You're working with 1 out here.
Strike called from Gonzalez. Our crew, good job. A lot of interesting calls, some overturned calls yesterday. You expect more of that here in the next day or so of this tournament.
It's always the night game, it seems like that.
There's a ground ball to short. Run is in. And the Lady Wildcats have the lead.
2 out now.
As
for
you
the
look
Lady
at the
Wildcats.
replay
1 run
here,
scored. Runners now on second and third.
the shortstop Perla had a decision to make. Couldn't get the runner at home. Got the sure out at first.
Brianna Velasquez.
She still had time to make that throw, even with that time spent making that decision. It still had time to make that throw to first.
And he had to make that long throw to home. Who knows? You got some speed there at third. Probably felt like just get the sure out. So the 6-3 ground out drives home Gibbs. And the Lady Wildcats with a 1-0 lead. Second and third, 2 out. Ground ball. It's a base hit left field. 2 runs are going to score, and Bethune Cookman with a 3-0 lead. An RBI single for Velasquez. Scores 2.
Velasquez with a streamer to center field.
3-0 Bethune Cookman.
And if you're Bethune-Cookman, you couldn't have asked for a better start against a team that got the best of you in game 1. Sometimes it takes a little while for the bats to heat up. Like I said, we saw it yesterday against UAPB, and it's rolling over until today. I ask the coaches usually at the end of the game, how are you going to carry that momentum over? And Bethune-Cookman certainly has.
Yeah, they had their best hitter up a moment ago, Velasquez, hitting 600 in the tournament. So the numbers bear out. She's been productive and had a productive at-bat right there to drive home 2. Shania Owens, the third baseman, pops it up on the infield. And it's got to be caught at short, and the side is retired. They send 7 to the plate. 3 runs, 3 hits, and 1 stranded. Lady Wildcats with a 3-0 lead. We'll take a timeout here. Bottom 1 for Texas Southern. Coming up is Elnie Gonzalez, all-conference pitcher, will take the mound for Bethune-Cookman. We'll be right back on the SWAC Digital Network. Welcome you back to Gulfport, and you see the SWAC brackets. You got FAMU, Jackson State later, and at the bottom on the losers bracket, a lot of work to be done. Loser of this game is out. The winner will have to come back later. Same situation for Prairie View and Alabama State. So 2 of these teams are going to be playing 2 games today to get to tomorrow. Paris Johnson, the center fielder, will lead it off. Facing Elnie Gonzalez, all-conference pitcher. Elnie Gonzalez, 1-1 with a 1.62 earned run average in 2 appearances here in this tournament. Pitch is high, and the count is 2-0. Texas Southern's Paris Johnson, 400 in the postseason, her 6th at bat. 2-0 the count. Early lead for the Wildcats. Now it is 2-1. So for Bethune-Cookman, this is the most runs they've scored here in the SWAC tournament. They scored 2 against Texas Southern in game 1 2 days ago. Yesterday, just 2 against UAPB. They've got 3 here already. Here's a fly ball down the line. It's a fair ball. caught in left, one away.
Lady
Here in the
Tigers
bottom
now
of the
with
first
one out,
inning,
headed to the plate, number
as
6,
Brooklyn
Pamela
Scott hauls it
Richardson.
in. They'll bring up the right fielder, Pamela Richardson, with the bases empty. And Richardson, her 7th at bat in this postseason, hitting .333. Scored 2 runs, 2 hits, and a stolen base. This pitch just misses, ball 1. These two teams have combined for 5 stolen bases here in the postseason. Trying to bunt her way on, and she missed it, 1-1. Charisma Garcia, the catcher, on deck for Texas Southern. Bethune Cookman sent 7 to the plate. It's 3 runs. 2 hits in the first. Here's a fly ball to center. And ranging back. Get a nice catch in center is Jocelyn Davis. 2 away.
Lady Tigers now with 2 out.
And to bring up the catcher, Charisma
Batting third,
Garcia.
number 28, Charisma Garcia.
Charisma Garcia hit 300 during the regular season. Garcia, 250 her average, 5th at bat here in the postseason. Count is 0-1. Coming up next, the 2-time defending tournament champs, Prairie View Panthers, will take on Alabama State. There's the pitch off speed low, 1-1. Prairie View got back on track. The win over Southern University. Prairie View trailed 3-0 yesterday. An inside the park home run to get it started for Southern. But the Panthers' bats got going. Count is 2-1. Pitch just missed outside. 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Two-1. His ball is high, 3-1. Texas Southern looking for the first base runner here in game 1, day 3. And 1 the count. Fly ball, shallow left. And on the run, making the catch in shallow left field.
No runs, no hits, no errors. None left on.
2 assists.
As we head
First
into
out.
the top of the second.
First inning. We'll take a timeout here. 3-0 Bethune Cookman. 8, 9, and 1 coming up after this from Gulfport on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body for as long as you can.
Another year, another fence slump. We gon' spin and kill.
Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete, forever.
Take a look at the SWAC postseason awards. Voted on by the SWAC head coaches and sports information directors in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. First team and second team. It's always an interesting battle. It's
Top
always
of
an
the
interesting
second
conversation.
inning, up 3-0.
Look at the numbers.
For the Lady
Follow the
Wildcats, that's
teams.
the plate is number 10,
Congratulations
Callie
to one and all.
Arlington.
Top of the second inning. Callie Arlington, the first baseman, leading it off. Arlington hit 224 during the season. She's ahead in the count. The pitch just misses. Arlington, fourth at bat here in this tournament. Bottom of the lineup for Bethune-Cookman. The Wildcats with the most runs they've scored in this tournament. Scored 2 in the first 2 games. They've got 3 here. Pitch misses, 3-0. With this being an elimination game, all arms on deck. Talk with Coach Rodriguez. Everybody's available. 3-0 the count. Good strike call, 3-1. No activity as of yet in the Texas Southern bullpen. 3-1 the count. Arlington slaps it foul. Count is full, 3-2. In a couple of weeks, we'll be in Atlanta for the 2024 SWAC baseball tournament. I'll be there. Simone Stanley will be there. Marquise Grissom, former major leaguer, will join us for all the coverage.
Ball
Leadoff walk.
Arlington
leading it off.
For the Lady Wildcats. And of course,
bottom of the lineup
is number
for the
11,
Lady Wildcats.
Thais Uyima.
Thais Uyima at the plate. She had 288 during the season with 8 runs batted in. Uyima, her fourth at bat. Lays down a bunt. It is a foul ball. Foul ball to the left of home plate. 1 the count. Bethune-Cookman, a little small ball, trying to move the runner along. We've seen more times than not teams with a little small ball execute, move the runners along. It's a rise ball high, 1-1. Top of the second inning. Game 1, day 3. A couple of teams be eliminated here today. Here's the 1-1. A bunt, and it's gonna dribble foul. Left side. Our baseman, Jalen Swinney, let it go foul. And the count is 1-2. The matchup of game 1 of the tournament. Texas Southern Bethune-Cookman. TSU won 6-2. This was day 1, game 1's matchup. Same matchup, day 3, game 1. The 1-2. The bunt, and she is out. She could not execute the sacrifice. She was giving herself up there no matter what. Top of the lineup, Essence Gibbs reached on an error our last time up.
Lady Wildcats now with 1 out as we return to the top of the batting order for the Lady Wildcats. At the plate is number 44, Essence Gibbs.
Pitch low, ball 1 to Gibbs. Top of the lineup here for Bethune-Cookman. Two and 0 the count. We started with 8 teams. Southern University, UAPB were eliminated yesterday. Congratulations to both of those teams, both of those programs and coaches. For a season, just to get here, it's not easy. Not every team qualifies for the softball tournament. There's a base hit slapped into center field.
Give the streamer to center
Arlington
field.
the second,
Single
2-on for
first
Bethune
for the Lady
Cookman.
Wildcats. Headed to the plate, number 7, Jocelyn Davis.
So 2-on for Jocelyn Davis. 3 hits for Bethune Cookman. Gibbs back at home plate. Count is 2-1. Three and 1 the count. Three and 1 the count, 1 out. Two on for
Ball 4,
Bethune
runner to
Cookman.
first for the Lady Wildcats. Runners now
So
on
a couple
first
of
and
walks.
second. And walking to the plate
Jocelyn Davis.
is number 7, Jocelyn Davis.
So Davis singled her last time up. First and second, 1 out. She's squaring the bunt, lays it down, fielded at third, and the throw is out there. Strong throw from third by Sweeney.
Lady Wildcats now with 2 outs.
Second and
Runners on
third,
second
2
and
out.
third. At the plate is number 34, Jessica Alon.
Alon popped up to the pitcher first time up. Bethune Cookman stranded a runner in the first, scoring 3. Now they have second and third. 2 out here in the second inning. Off speed is high, ball 1. Wildcats trying to extend their lead. Again, this is the most runs they've scored in any game in the tournament. The 1-0. Count is 1-1. For all the latest SWAC news, go to SWAC.org. Latest news, features, videos, stats, stories, highlights, you name it. Anything pertaining to SWAC sports, go to SWAC.org. Count is 1-1. It's 1-1 to count. The Wildcats have the advantage here. A little momentum going their way. And they've got 2 on here in the second inning. There's a fly ball in a shallow right center. Caught on the run. Nice running catch by Paris Johnson. Side
That'll do
is
it for the top of
retired.
the second inning.
2
No
walks
runs,
and
no hit, no
2
errors.
stranded.
2 left on.
Lady
3-0
Wildcats
your
have stranded
score,
3.
Lady Wildcats.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 coming up from Gulfport here on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
SWAC Softball Championship here from the Gulfport Sportsplex. Gulfport, Mississippi. This is the warmest day we've had. 3 days in the SWAC Softball Tournament. Not as much wind today as we've had the first 2 days. Texas Southern, Angel Morales at the plate for the Maroon Tigers. 0-1 the count. Morales, 400 average, 6th at bat in the tournament. Pitch misses outside. Count is 1-1. Lee Gonzalez, conference pitcher, bringing in the 1-1. 2-1. Time called. There's my Bethune Cookman. Uema having a word with Ali Gonzalez. Ali Gonzalez, 13 wins of the team's 19 overall regular season. He's trying to settle her in. 2-1 the count.
You know, old Jed's a millionaire. The Kenny folks said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is a place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly.
Ali Gonzalez set Texas Southern down in order in the first to issue up in the bottom of the second inning. Count is 2-1. 2-1. Out straight back, 2-2. Just missed. Tried to paint the outside corner. Full count. Full count, 3-2. Bottom 2. Clean up Morales. And this 3-2 pitch. Popped it up. Foul territory, left side. And there is a play. 1 away. Third baseman Owens hauls it in. One away. Lee Gonzalez, better pitchers in this conference, all conference performer. And here's a base hit all the way to the wall. Extra bases for Perla. And a stand-up double. Texas Southern has their first base runner. There's a Perla. Double the left center field. A piece of hitting right there. Perla, no average. 5th at bat, but a double with 1 out. Well, we'll see how Coach Rodriguez will play this here with Anna Zuniga, the DP. Zuniga, second at bat of the tournament. Fouls it off.
Wait for the Lady Tigers is number 11, Dina Sanaga.
1 the count. Runner in scoring position for Texas Southern. Lee Gonzalez brings it home. All right, a poke it foul and dead off to the left side. Count is 0-2. Opportunity for Texas Southern here in the second inning. First opportunity of the game, trying to stay alive, as well as Bethune Cookman in this tournament. Rise ball is high, laid off of it. Count is 1-2. To the count, one out. Chance for TSU. Ties the butt. It's a foul ball. So slap it. He slapped it foul. So she remains alive. Count remains 1-2. Now Coach Wadden coming out. I think she's going to contend that was a butt instead of a slap. Conversation over. So it's a slap, not a butt. If it was a butt, it would have been out. But it's a slap, stays alive for the moment. 1-2 the count. And she does slap it off of third. Everybody's safe. Now Runner's trying to get to third in the throw, and she is out there at third. Getting the lead, runner
Lady
Perla.
Tigers with 2 out at third, a runner on first.
And Coach Rodriguez is not going to challenge
At the plate
that.
is number 16,
See
Madison
here,
Green.
look at the replay. Oh, the question about that tag. We're looking at it here. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter now. She didn't challenge. Looked like the foot might have got in, unless that tag was right above the knee area. That might have been one to challenge. Raven Rodriguez does not challenge. Runner at first, 2 out. Anna Zuniga at the plate. The 1-0. Check swing, strike called, 1-1. One and one the count, 2 out. One pitch. Strike call on a fastball. 1-2. So Helny Gonzalez 1 pitch away. Getting out of this inning. Zuniga trying to keep her team alive here in the bottom of the second. 1-2 pitch. Rise ball is high. 2-2. Again, a full slate of games here down day 3. Coming up next, another elimination game. Prairie View, Alabama State. And then FAMU Jackson State coming up later. Easter Division battle. 2-2. Just missed.
You're okay. Hey, you're okay, kid.
Count is full, 3-2.
Hey, run the same back. Run it back.
Borderline pitch, full count.
3-2, full count.
Madison Griggs on deck. Here's the 3-2.
Ball for a runner to first,
Southern
2 outs for the
with 2
Lady
on.
Tigers. Runners now on first and second.
Gonna bring up the left fielder, Madison Griggs.
And headed to the plate, number 17, Jordan McLean.
Hey, you got this, 9. Hey, nobody better have a lot of fun, kid. Hey, a lot of fun, 9.
2 out. Jordan McLean at the plate.
Hey, get a ground ball right here.
Pitch strike call to McLean, the second baseman.
Right here, kid.
McLean, 206th at bat here in the postseason. Count is 0-1.
Nice.
Strike call on the outside corner, 0-2.
Hey, way to hit that corner, kid. Way to frame it once. Hey, way to frame it once. Hey, way to frame it.
The winner of this game will play the winner of Prairie View and Alabama State tonight at 6 o'clock. It's a slapped foul.
Heads up.
think the next game with PVU and Alabama State, they just got to come almost right back after. Game starts at 1 scheduled time. And have to be right back here later this evening. Here's a ground ball to second, and the side is retired.
And that'll do it for
second
the
baseman
second
on.
inning. No
Rolls out
runs, 1
McLean,
hit, no
2
errors,
stranded.
2 left on. 3-0
And we
your
played
score, Lady
2.
Wildcats, as we
Texas
head
Southern
into
strands
the
at first
top of the
base
third.
runner. 3-0 Wildcats. We'll be back after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
For 15 years, the Home Depot Retool Your School program has been championing HBCUs. We've been right there with campus grants, scholarships, and career opportunities. Winning schools have seen their visions for upgrading their campuses and communities come to life through sustainability projects, as well as new places to connect, like innovation lounges and outdoor pavilions. As we celebrate 15 years of partnering with HBCUs, we're excited to keep the momentum going. Retool your school. We're powered by purpose.
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body for as long as you can.
Another year, another fence slum. We gon' spin and kill.
Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished.
Tell her now.
Gatorade, for every athlete, forever.
We are underway in the top of the third inning. Jalen Sweeney leading it off. And off speed
At the
is
plate
high.
for the Lady Wildcats is 22, Joyce Bloom.
One pitch. Pitch is low. Two and one the count. The third inning. Slap foul off to the left side. Joyce Bloom at the plate. For Bethune Cookman. 2-2 pitch coming up. Full count. Adeline Gonzalez says it was my fault. Pitcher might have gotten away from her. Count is full, 3-2.
3-2, full count.
Brooklyn Scott on deck. There's a 3-2 call. Third strike.
Oh, my
One out.
goodness. That's like taking
bring
me
up Brooklyn Scott, who grounded to short.
And telling me it's a Easter egg hunt. She is gone.
One out. Scott at the plate with the bases empty. Pokes this one down the right side. It's going to be fair. It's a fair ball down the line. And Scott with a double. Let's look at the replay here to see where that landed. That was right off the right field line. It's hard to tell. First base umpire.
Runner at second at the plate.
Our view,
is number
and he
3,
ruled it
Brianna
fair.
Velasquez.
Brianna Velasquez, her RBI single made it 3-0, scoring 2. Which misses outside, ball one. So Bethune-Cookman, opportunity here to add to their lead. Count is 1-0. Again, the bullpen is quiet for Texas Southern. About halfway through this one in an elimination game. Most Raven Rodriguez likes, or at least is okay with what she's seeing for right now. 2-0 the count. Just missed here, 3-0. Madeline Gonzalez. That should have been a strike. It's got to shake it off. Count is 3-0. Owens on deck for the Lady Wildcats. Count is 3-1. One out, top of the third inning. The loser of this game is eliminated. Here's a 3-1, and it's 2 on.
Ball four, runner to first for the Lady Wildcats. Now runners on first and second.
So Owens, who fly to short her last time up, stands in.
It's number 27, Shania Owen.
Chance here for Bethune-Cookman to add to their advantage.
A lot of fun.
You sacrifice here? Do you swing away? What Coach White decided to do? She's swinging. Strike called. Talk about situational softball. When you're trying to move the runners along, second and third. You got the number 8 hitter, Earlington, who walked her last time up. Owen won the count. Off speed, strike call, runners going, and a stolen base for both Scott and Velasquez.
Hey, now let's go to work, kid. Hey, let's go to work.
So now second and third and 1 out. 0-2 the count. Well, that's as good as a sacrifice. You got a chance to get a couple more in here. This is poked to first with a second out. Kind of slapped that one down the right side.
Lady Wildcats now with 2 out runners still on second and third, and at the plate is number 10, Callie Earlington.
Callie Earlington walked her last time up. So second and third, 2 out. Chance for the Wildcats. And she fouled her straight back. Again, Bethune-Cookman, early opportunities. They cashed in on them here. In the first meeting a couple of days ago with TSU, they stranded 5 in the first couple of at-bats. They stranded 3 here and have 2 on in the third inning. 0-1 the count. The strike call, 0-2. So now Earlington has to protect the plate, try to make something happen here. Madeline Gonzalez trying to get out of this inning. This one outside. 1-2. One-two pitch. Popped up. Should end the inning. Side is retired. Opportunity for Bethune-Cookman to add to their lead is Earlington flies out to Griggs.
Top of the third,
double,
no runs,
walk, 2 hits,
no errors, 2
2
left
stranded.
3-0
2
your
stranded
score.
for
Hitting it 2.
Bethune-Cookman. They've left 5.
Bottom of the third.
We'll take a timeout here. Texas Southern coming up in the bottom of the third inning, 9-1-2 here on the SWAC Digital Network. Back to Gulfport, Mississippi. Glad you can join us here on the SWAC Digital Network. Our producer James Crenshaw always does a good job. We're working with James Crenshaw for a minute or two or three or four. Here's a bunt. It's a fair ball. It gets away. So a bunt single to start for Texas Southern. Well, speed definitely can get you going.
At first.
Top of the lineup, Paris Johnson.
Returning to the top of the batting order is Paris Johnson.
This great camera work. Tim Thurman, Alan Mays, Cameron Holland on the cameras, giving you all the great angles. 1-0 the count. 1-0 the count. Here in this bottom three. Here's the 1-0. This is outside. So a chance for Texas Southern. They stranded 2 in the second inning. Things we've seen throughout. Teams with opportunities, stranding runners. It comes back to get you in a close game, and we've had quite a few of those. Here's the 2-0. This is outside. Ali Gonzalez, all-conference pitcher. Time called. This is the 10th batter she has faced. She has walked one, given up a single and a double. And the count is 3-0. Again, this is the elimination game. So are you micromanaging every pitch? Yeah, you are, because one pitch changes things. We saw that with the Jackson State, Alabama State game last night. So many close games. One pitch, one borderline pitch that you don't get extends an at bat. Another opportunity. 3-0 the count. Leadoff is on. At the plate. Strike call. Paris Johnson, the center fielder, fly to left. Our last time up. The count is 3-1. Home half of the third inning. 3-1. Did she bunt at it? Are they going to check? Nope. And she did bunt at it. They checked at first. Full count. Well, the count is full. 3-2. We check it in with Simone Stanley here. As the count is full. 3-2.
3-2. Full count.
Simone doing a great job with on-the-field reports, interviews, post-game. 3-2. Slapped behind second. 1 out. Let's go on line. Hauls it in.
1 out for the Lady Tigers.
1 out.
First.
Bring up the right fielder, Pamela Richardson.
6, Pamela Richardson.
1 on, 1 out. This is low, ball 1. For Bethune Cookman. Really using pretty decent arms. Good pitching Here's 1-0. And it's punted foul. Lee Gonzalez against UAPB gave up one hit. One hitter. Going into this game, he's pitched 13 innings. Count is 1-1. Bumped it off the plate. 1-2. Just wonder how much these pitchers have in the tank. We have seen teams in the past in which a pitcher has pitched 99% of their team's tournament. It's happened before. Here's the 1-2. 1-2 the count, 1 out. And again, for Bethune, Ali Gonzalez has done all the pitching so far. Count remains 1-2. Texas Southern, this is their third different pitcher. Alan Gonzalez pitching today. Aaron Berger has pitched 11 innings. And Layla Bell has pitched 2 innings for Texas Southern. Another slap off to the left side. Count remains 1-2. A little small ball action here for Texas Southern, trying to put a runner in scoring position here in the home half of the third inning. Tomorrow, we're expected to talk with SWAC Commissioner Dr. Charles McClellan. He'll join us. I don't know if we have enough time to talk to Dr. McClellan. We can go sunrise to sunset to talk about all things SWAC. Here's a throw to first. We appreciate him giving us some time. We talked about the SWAC tournament coming here and economic impact, and we've had some good crowds the first 2 days. Count is 2-2. Call, third strike, painted the outside corner. 2 out.
Strike 3. My blood pressure is 200/1. My blood sugar has gone over 300. She's gone.
Garcia at the plate. Fly to left. His last time up. 2 out. Jerome Blake on the strikeout gives a little statement. Jerome Blake, Hall of Famer, SWAC Hall of Famer, doing the PA for the SWAC in the SWAC softball tournament. 1-0 the count. Here's Garcia at the plate. Runner at first, 2 out. The 1-0. Strike call, 1-1. Lee Gonzalez has seen a lot, done a lot. Career in Bethune Cookman. Team's up 3-0. This one outside. Wildcats in the 4th inning. We'll have 9, 1, and 2 coming up. Count is 2-1, 2 out. Two and 2. Again, a full slate of action here. This is game 1. The loser of this game is eliminated. The winner of this game will come back and play at 6 o'clock against the winner of our next game, which is Prairie View and Alabama State. 2-2. Hooked foul down the left side. Two and 2, 2 out. Bottom three. Gonzalez to Garcia. Way out in front. Side is retired. Back-to-back strikeouts. Only Gonzalez. Couple of strikeouts back-to-back to end the third inning. And Texas Southern strands their third runner. There's been 8 runners stranded between these two teams. We go to the fourth. 9-1-2 coming up after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
For 15 years, the Home Depot Retool Your School program has been championing HBCUs. We've been right there with campus grants, scholarships, and career opportunities. Winning schools have seen their visions for upgrading their campuses and communities come to life through sustainability projects, as well as new places to connect, like innovation lounges and outdoor pavilions. As we celebrate 15 years of partnering with HBCUs, we're excited to keep the momentum going. Retool your school. We're powered by purpose.
All right, we have the top of the fourth inning coming up. Simone Stanley is with Bethune-Cookman head coach Laura Watton.
Coach, what are your takeaways from the first 3 innings?
We're getting on. We just gotta score more. We gotta have timely hitting and execute, and get some more runs. That's all. But I like that we're being aggressive and getting on and having some good at bats. But we just need to keep pushing, keep fighting, keep swinging, and see what happens.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I think Coach Watton's kind of sort of satisfied, but then she's left 5 runners on base. Coaches have told me that, the runners that you strand, half of that could very easily be runs scored. So if you look at it, 5 runners stranded, they should have a couple more on the board. But she'll take the 3-0. Again, this is the most runs they've scored in this tournament. I was talking with Laura Watton about, and maybe a misconception on my part, at least this year, I've always thought in talking with her in this tournament that she likes the low-scoring games, the 3-2s, good solid pitching. But she told me, she says no. There's a ground ball dribble to short, close play here, close and out at first. A dribbler to short. Perla throws her out, but this may get a challenge here. If they're challenging the rule, and as you can see, again, the umpires, what they look at is what you see. Right down the line.
Rule on the out at first.
Oh, that's even. Glove and foot on bag. That's about as close as it gets. It's even. Bang, bang. All right, they've looked at it. So after further review, safe at first.
Official rule, safe at first.
So an infield single by Uema. Close. Top of the lineup.
Once again, top of
Essence Gibbs.
And back to the top of the batting order
plate.
for the Lady Wildcats.
Another opportunity for Bethune-Cookman. They have a 3-0 lead, but Simone Stanley, opportunities for Bethune-Cookman in every inning.
That was the same story Tuesday when they lost to Texas Southern, leaving runners stranded. So they definitely don't want to find themselves in that same situation. Also, they were up 2-0 to Texas Southern on Tuesday as well, and Texas Southern ended up storming back, winning that game 6-2. So Texas Southern is familiar with this situation against Bethune, and Bethune is familiar with being front runners, but this time they want to be able to close it out.
Get the sense that they're a little more relaxed. You can kind of see tension when games get tight. I don't see that from Bethune-Cookman right now. I mean, they've got a lead, so I would think that would take away some of that.
Right.
But it's just 3-0 though, and we know Texas Southern is a team that can find ways with their speed. And Texas Southern's had chances as well. They've left 3.
And you talk about the team being loose, being free. We just saw Essence Gibbs hitting the Dougie. before her at bat. Are you familiar with the Dougie?
Yes.
Have you ever hit the Dougie?
No. 2-1 the count. Here's a punt. Fair down the third baseline. Close there. Out there. Rules the runners along.
Way to do a job. Hey, way to do a job, kid.
It's hard enough to put one foot in front of the other. So when you're struggling with that, can you do that?
Well, the Dougie is more arm and hip work. You know, it doesn't take a lot of feet and leg movement.
Again, the little things can be a struggle sometimes.
Maybe we'll see Essence at her next at-bat giving us some Dougie lessons.
Davis at the plate. I like the beat, though.
Yes.
We've talked about that for 3 days. Davis at the plate, sacrifice, singled. 0-1 the count, 1 out. Off speed stays high.
And it's been pretty quiet from the Texas Southern dugout. We're able to hear Bethune-Cookman from here when we talk about that energy.
I think that's a sign of relaxing, too. I mean, we saw some of the TSU players dancing to the pregame music that they had. It's the 1-1. Mrs. Demetria's house is over the music compilation and crowd getting into it and dancing around. I even like some of the compilations.
Oh.
You know, I was 3 for 3 on guessing songs yesterday. I don't know if you paid attention to that. I got your thoughts on it. I heard crickets. There's a foul straight back. I think you were in shock. You couldn't believe it. 2-2 the count with 1 out.
And when we talk about getting loose, getting free, you talk about Texas Southern getting a little dancing in the pregame. We also talked to Coach Rodriguez, and she said the team likes to play volleyball before the game to stay loose, have a little fun before, you get in the game mode.
Yeah, I mean, everybody. I've seen baseball teams when they get loose. I've seen many a SWAC baseball team bring a football and they throw football around. More than one team, so everybody's got a different than volleyball, a beach ball, whatever it takes to stay loose. And in a situation like this, where it's the SWAC tournament, is pressure. Whatever you can to kind of loosen things up helps. Here's a slap down the left side. It's going to be caught in fair territory. He's trying to slap it off to the left side, and it's caught by Griggs.
For the Lady Wildcats, runner still on second. At the plate is number 34, Jessica Alon.
Well, Jessica Alon, fly to the pitcher, fly to center, 0 for 2.
So I'm getting some intel from our producer, James Crenshaw. He said you were 3 from 3 at one point yesterday guessing music.
But there's a but in there.
Why does it have to be a but?
Oh, okay.
And
is there a but?
It could have been congratulations.
Oh, it could have been. We'll continue that conversation as again Texas Southern.
As we head into the bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth inning coming up. Texas Southern's got to get something going. Bethune-Cookman strands yet another runner. They have stranded 6 runners in every inning stranded. Well, that gets Texas Southern going. We'll find out after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body for as long as you can.
Another year, another fence slum. We gon' spin and kill.
Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete, forever.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything you do. From how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
At the SWAC 2024 postseason awards. First team, well as second team. Congratulations to one and all. Again, the voting is done, for those who might not know, by the respective team's coaches and the school sports information directors. They do the voting.
Bottom of the fourth inning.
We'll be talking with Raven Rodriguez in the top of the fifth inning. Hopefully she'll have a little bit more of a smile on her face. Her team right now is down 3-0. Angel Morales, 4, 5, and 6 coming up with Marissa Perla and Deanna Zuniga coming up for Texas Southern. Again, the loser of this game is eliminated. The winner of this game will play at 6 o'clock tonight against the winner of Prairie View Bama State, which is inside right now. Jackson State and FAMU are undefeated. Those two teams will play in game number 3 at 3:30. FAMU, some low-scoring games using their speed, and as Kevin Montgomery has told everyone, he feels like his team could get it done at the plate, which they did last night. There's a base hit, and speaking of getting it done at the plate, Morales does a single to left center to start things off for Texas Southern.
To center left, headed to the plate.
Time called. Is it a pinch runner coming up here? And Coach Rodriguez very adamant with her team huddling up in front of their dugout. I'd like to know what that conversation was about. Simone will tell us coming up in the next half inning. Marissa Martinez will pinch run. Leadoff is on for Texas Southern. You still have time. If you get a run in here, it's 3-1. Looks like Gonzalez kind of settled in a little bit. You just want to get a run, get something on the board here. Leadoff is on for Texas Southern. Second inning in a row. In the third inning, Swinney led off with a bunt single but was stranded. Fly ball hooked foul down the left side. Count is 0-1. Chance for Texas Southern with the leadoff on. 0-2 the count. With getting back to what we were talking about with Bethune Cookman head coach Laura Wadden, and I asked her before the game, you know, low-scoring games, is that what you like? And she said, no, I would like for us to score a lot of runs. There's a fly ball on the infield to first. Hauled in by Earlington.
Lady Tigers now with one out, a runner on first. And, of course, headed to the plate.
The designated player, Deanna Zuniga. She walked her last time up.
Deanna Zuniga.
So, she was just telling me, look, I want us to score a lot of runs because it puts, with low-scoring games, and it's true, just puts so much pressure on the pitcher in low-scoring, tight games, the 3-2 games, the 2-1 games, the 2-0 games. It just puts a lot of pressure. And, of course, every coach would like to score a ton of runs, but as we've seen, the pitching this year in this conference has been pretty good. I got a chance to look at some of the pitching numbers in conference games now. Let's just talk about conference games. We know how tough it is when you step outside a conference. I was looking at that a little earlier. One and one the count with one out. This is outside. I mean, in conference games, You've got FAMU leading in conference games at ERA with 1.75 earned run average, and Texas Southern, Prairie View, Bethune, Jackson State. 3.71 Jackson State's earned run average. We got some pretty decent earned run averages in this league. In Southern, you look at the teams that have been eliminated. Southern 5.32. UAPB 3.73. Grambling didn't make the tournament, 3.80. That's not too bad. Not bad at all. So pitching in this league, I think this year, if you just look at the numbers, pitching not too bad. 2-2 the count. Way out in front, just tried to poke it.
Oh my goodness.
And Zuniga goes down.
You want to make me feel so Ali and treat me so Mike Tyson. She is out.
That's 3 strikeouts in the last 5 batters that Helny Gonzalez has
At
faced.
the plate is number 16,
Runner at first, 2 out.
Griggs.
Madison Griggs stands in. Again, a chance for Texas Southern, just can't cash in. Again, they've stranded runners in 3 of the first 4 innings so far. It's been a slog for them to score runs. They scored 6 against this Bethune team in game 1 of this tournament. Strike called. 1-1. As good as the pitching is, you do have to score some runs. 1-1 the count, 2 out here in the 4th inning. The 1-1. Wise ball is high. 2-1. Boone Cookman will have 4, 5, and 6 coming up in the 5th inning. Sierra Clark, Brooklyn Scott, Brianna Velasquez. 2-1. Foul down the left side. Count is even, 2-2. Bottom 4. Day 3, game 1 of 4 here today. 2-2. Chopper, it is a foul ball. Today is the more, we talked about it at the start, today is the more humid day. The time we've been here, it's 87 degrees right now with cloudy skies, but high humidity. It feels like 98 degrees right now. And we approach the noon hour. 2-2 the count, 2 out. Runner at first. Pitch just missed. Full count. Full count, 3-2.
Full count.
And we'll take off from first. The 3-2. Hooked foul. Count remains 3-2. Sun's starting to peek out here, and of course, on this turf, heat radiates off the turf, so it feels a lot hotter at surface on this turf than it actually is. Full count, 3-2. 2 on for Texas Southern.
Ball 4, runner to first with 2 outs. Runner on
Morales
first,
at second, Griggs at first.
Is number 17, Jordan McLean.
Time called. I think right now, a couple of borderline pitches have worked against Helny Gonzalez. Body language looks kind of funny, and obviously that's where the conversation is. Hey, a couple of tough pitches. We're okay. The settle in and get this third out. I think that's kind of the conversation. You know, borderline pitchers as a pitcher, when you don't get that call, it can be a little frustrating for the pitcher and for everybody on the infield. So 2 on, 2 out. Chance for Texas Southern. Jordan McClain at the plate, grounded to second. A chance for the number 8 hitter to drive home a run. Pitch to McClain on outside, ball 1. Tigers trying to get on the board. One 0. 1-1. Not one to hit. Couldn't catch up with it. Count is 1-1, 2 out. One pitch. Knocked it straight back. Count is 1-2. Jordan McClain, the second baseman, an opportunity to extend this inning. And for Handy Gonzalez, an opportunity to get out of this inning in the bottom of the 4th inning. She stays alive. Two on for the Tigers. 2 out, the 1-2. Slap to short. Side is retired. Texas Southern strands their 4th and 5th runner. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, Simone Stanley will talk with Texas Southern head coach Raven Rodriguez after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
As we head into the top of the 5th.
Keep fighting, digging deep, and getting timely hits. We're getting runners on base, but we're just not scoring them like we need to, and that's that final piece that we need to do to finish this game. Good luck. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, just at this point, you're 9 outs away from your season coming to an end. At this point, I mean, it's very much, you're down 3-0. Middle innings, late innings, you still have a shot. I mean, we saw that last night.
Top of the 5th inning.
So a lot in front of you still, but you got to cash in. Here's a 1-pitch, 1-out deal here to get the top of the 5th inning underway. Sierra Clark rounds out to Sweeney. 1 pitch, 1 out. We're underway. Top of the 5th inning. Brooklyn Scott.
At the plate for the Lady
Doubled,
Wildcats,
stole a base, grounded to short, drove home a run.
Scott.
And she pops this one up down the right side. It's going to land on top of the dugout for Bethune Cookman. Again, The winner of this game will play at 6 o'clock tonight against the winner of Prairie View and Alabama State. The loser of this game is eliminated. The 0-1 off speed, misses. Of course, Bethune Cookman, athletic director is Reggie Theus. Played his former NBA player, athletic director. There's the pitch low. Texas Southern, athletic director Dr. Kevin Granger. Dr. Granger, he's here. And he played his ball at Texas Southern. 2-1. Pitch is low, 3-1. 3-1 the count, 1 out. Well, Simone, this is down the stretch here. Bethune Cookman in a decent position. Texas Southern in a frantic position because they've had runners on and cannot capitalize. Another ground ball to third, 2 out.
Yeah, and we talked to Coach Rodriguez there. Definitely a very serious disposition. We saw her on the field before the bottom of the fourth, had the whole team in a huddle, and she was in the middle of the huddle. The body language was definitely intense. And she said that her message was, do y'all want to be here? Do y'all want to win? Do y'all want to fight? Seems like she's not happy with the energy that she's seeing from the team.
Yeah, 2 out here, and I've had many a conversation with coaches, and there's some people that disagree with me. Personally, I just think body language tells you something. But there's some people that says body language doesn't mean a thing. But every coach I've talked to, here lately anyway, talks about how body language sends a lot of messages. Count is 2-0 here in the top of the 5th inning.
We got to talk to Coach Witten at the top of the 4th, and she was saying she wants to see her team score more runs. So we have 2 coaches that aren't satisfied with where their team are. We did mention it before. Bethune-Cookman had a 2-run lead over Texas Southern on Tuesday. Texas Southern was able to rally and come back. So if you're Bethune-Cookman, you're not satisfied either with only being up 3 runs. If you're Texas Southern, you definitely need some urgency from your batters.
Well, at least right now, a runner at first for Bethune-Cookman as Velasquez on base for the 3rd time. She's walked twice, stole a base, and an RBI single. Gave their team a 3-0 lead. Well, I think the theme of that, Simone, is for Coach Watton, this game is too close for comfort. That's exactly what she's thinking right now. 3 runs, yeah, we'll take it. But all you need is 3 or 4 sequences to turn against you.
And just like that, Texas Southern will be back out with a chance to pile it on. With a chance to show some energy that Coach Rodriguez is asking them to show.
And Bethune-Cookman has left runners in every inning. 7 stranded for the Wildcats. Tigers come up in the bottom of the 5th inning, 9-1-2. Sweeney, Johnson, and Richardson coming up here on the SWAC Digital Network.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything you do. From how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body for as long as you can.
Another year, another fence slump. We gon' spin and kill.
Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete, forever.
There you have it, folks. The 2024 SWAC softball bracketology. Who do you have in your bracket?
3-0 at the plate for the Lady Tigers, number 25.
Fans across the SWAC have their opinions. We're going to have the answers right here. Bottom of the 5th inning, 9-1-2. Sweeney, Johnson, and Richardson. Texas Southern has 3 cracks at it here. And for Coach Raven Rodriguez, and I know for coaches, you can only say so much. I know if Raven Rodriguez would love to grab a bat and be able to get it done, be able to make the play. And she did not. Had it. The count is 2-0. Every coach, I've heard every coach say, man, I would love to shoot that free throw for him. I would love to run the offense. I would love to be the point guard. I know Reggie Theus, the men's coach Bethune Cookman, I've heard him say, I would love to be able to do this thing for you, but I can't. All I can do is put your team in the best possible position to do it. So I would imagine if you're Raven Rodriguez, you are in a situation where all you can do is just keep coaching them up, continue to get opportunities, which they've had, and hope that they come through.
Yeah, and Bethune-Cookman has given them several opportunities to get back in this one, and like you said, that's basically the message that Coach Rodriguez had to the team in their huddle around the 4th inning. She was saying that we can prepare all we want to, we can talk all we want to, but at the end of the day, you have to go out on the field and show that you want to win this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, it's at this point, you're coming down to the last 3 outs of the season, last 3 innings of the season. Whatever it takes, you got to find a way. And it's just a 3-0 game.
Game still in hand, and like you said, Bethune-Cookman continues to leave runners stranded. They had a big first 2 innings, but since then, the bats have been cold for Bethune-Cookman.
Full count, 3-2.
And that was the same story the first time Bethune-Cookman and Texas Southern played in this tournament. Bethune-Cookman was up 2 runs. And then after that, bats went cold. They left 5 runners stranded in that Tuesday loss to Texas Southern, which had them in this loser's bracket in the first place.
There's a fly ball to third. Man, what was first? What was happening right there is the first baseman Arlington coming all the way over. What happened right there? It wasn't even our play.
Doing all it takes, okay? Everything just in case. Can't afford any mistakes. Wise man told me that. You know, this is playoff softball. Win or go home. Can't just assume everyone's going to go after the ball.
That's why maybe that's why she did do what she did, just to make sure.
All in, all or nothing.
Want to know the count. Top of the lineup here, Paris Johnson, 0 for 2. Fly to left, fly to second. I'm just amazed at just the low-scoring games, especially as you get deeper in this, because teams use their arms, and I think the key was day 1, not using a lot of arms. And as you get deeper in it, you've got more arms available. And here we are, low-scoring games here.
And Rodriguez has pitched yesterday. She's pitching again today. Hasn't slowed down for Bethune-Cookman. She helped lead the team past UAPB yesterday, and she was out early this morning, ready to deal again against Texas Southern.
And if Bethune-Cookman wins this game, I'm almost willing to bet that Honey Gonzalez will be pitching tonight at 6 o'clock. 1-2 the count. Rise ball is high. Count is 2-2. Bethune-Cookman is winning this game. Texas Southern's still trying to figure out a way here. They got the top of the lineup coming up here, so you got the meat of the order here for TSU. 2-2. Slap back to Gonzalez on the second out.
So we were talking earlier about Bethune-Cookman wearing the black jerseys, the black uniforms on the hottest day. And I was talking to Bethune-Cookman's SID, and he said they love these black uniforms. And I see why. Very nice uniforms. So even though, you know, they're attracting a little bit more heat today, these are their favorite uniforms to be in.
I know a lot of teams have those dark uniforms. Doesn't matter the temperature. It feels like 97 degrees out here.
Does it?
Yep, that's the temperature.
Oh, I thought you were saying like to you it feels like.
No, it's in the 80s, high humidity.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it feels like 97, what do you think it feels like on this turf?
Oh, I know what it feels like. I've been out on the turf.
It feels like triple digits. And Texas Southern goes down in order. The side is retired.
And that will do
for
it
TSU here in the fifth. Again,
errors.
the winner plays tonight at 6 o'clock versus the winner of Alabama State Prairie View. The losers eliminated. Bethune-Cookman 8-9-1 coming up here in the top of the sixth inning. After this on the SWAC Digital Network.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything you do. From how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life. The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Bottom of the lineup, Earlington, Uema, and Gibbs, 8-9-1. Good to see that that SWAC commercial of all the sports, all the championships, just all the great student athletes doing good things in the classroom, on the field, on the court. As we wind down another sports season, the Commissioner's Cup, all that at stake. That's a big deal. The Commissioner's Cup championship, you compile the first and second place and you add it all up, some program's going to hoist the Commissioner's Cup trophy. Count is 2-1 here at the bottom of the lineup. Again, it's the same story. Texas Southern's just trying to keep Bethune-Cookman right where they are, and for Bethune, another insurance run or two wouldn't hurt. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, if you're Bethune-Cookman, you definitely aren't satisfied with having only 3 runs on the board, especially when you had so many opportunities to bring more home, and knowing all it takes is one explosive inning from Texas Southern to tie this up or take the lead.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is one
One out
explosive
for the Lady Wildcats.
inning. And we saw that last night where Jackson State was down to their final out, and a 3-run home run tied it up, and Jackson State won it in extra innings. Those highlights got a lot of play on social media last night. I mean, it was one of those comebacks. Saw JSU head coach Kevin Montgomery in the parking lot after the game. He said, "I told you bring your popcorn." I think probably what he's thinking now is bring your popcorn, your peanuts, your Cracker Jacks, and M&Ms. I guarantee he'll probably add that to the bowl. But we'll talk more about that. That's going to be a good game, I think. You got a team with speed at Jackson State, well over 100 stolen bases. Florida A&M uses speed as well. Jackson State feels like they can outscore you. Florida A&M feels like they can keep you at bay, keep runs off the board. It's going to be an interesting chess match coming up later on here on the SWAC Digital Network. 1-2 the count, 1 out. Fly ball foul and out of play. Count remains 1-2. I'm impressed with Florida A&M though. I mean, they're a reflection of their coach. Loves to keep it loose, dancing around, smiling. I mean, even in the heat of the game yesterday, you saw a smile on her face down there coaching that third. So it tells you, hey, not getting caught up in the moment, just have fun with it.
Right, definitely exudes a lot of energy. She, like you said, smiling during the game, big plays. She's smiling, she's hyped up, just like the players are, and it translates on the field because FAMU has been in a close game scenario. They've had to manufacture some runs in their first game and their first win in the tournament. Second game, they pitched a shutout. So FAMU has had a really strong showing, and I think, the co-coach of the year in the SWAC, the team reflects that energy that she brings.
For the Lady Wildcats, up 3-0.
I think it's well deserved too. I mean, Vernon Bland,
it's number 44.
Prairie View's just Prairie View. I mean, they won 13 in a row coming into this tournament. Got a little reality check. Here's a slap down the left side. Diving catch and left. Another highlight play. Good catch by Griggs. Could that get Texas Southern going? Let's take a look at it here as we get ready for commercial. Slapped it down the left side on this turf. Griggs, extension, inning over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Can TSU rally? We'll find out after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
When you join the HBCU family, you become part of the tradition of breaking barriers in your community, breaking ground in your career, and bringing it with everything you do. From how you look to how you move in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. That's why Academy Sports and Outdoors is proud to celebrate the HBCU legacy and all those to add to it in their own way.
For 15 years, the Home Depot Retool Your School program has been championing HBCUs. We've been right there with campus grants, scholarships, and career opportunities. Winning schools have seen their visions for upgrading their campuses and communities come to life through sustainability projects, as well as new places to connect, like innovation lounges and outdoor pavilions. As we celebrate 15 years of partnering with HBCUs, we're excited to keep the momentum going. Retool Your School. We're powered by purpose.
Welcome you back to Gulfport, Mississippi. Glad you can join us. Bottom of the 6th inning, Texas Southern down to their last 6 outs. Can they make something happen? And it'll start with Charisma Garcia, 0 for 2. Wide to left and struck out. Misses ball 1 from Helene Gonzalez. She has pitched every inning of Bethune Cookman's run here in this tournament. Gonzalez, 13 of the team's 19 wins this season. Well, straight back.
At the plate is number 28, Charisma Garcia.
Think about it. If you're Texas Southern, you win 6-2, lose 4-0, FAMU, and now you're down 3-0. So you haven't scored in at least 12 innings. Pitch strike called, 1-2. One and two the count here in this 6th inning. A 1-2 ground ball foul down the third baseline. Count remains 1-2. You can hear coaches and players in TSU's dugout just trying to keep teammates encouraged at the plate. 1-2 the count. There's a ground ball base hit left field. Texas Southern with the leadoff
Garcia with a screamer
on for the third time in this game. Leadoff was on in the third. Leadoff was on in the fourth. And the leadoff is on here in the sixth. So 3 innings, half this game, they've had the leadoff on. We got a pinch runner for Texas Southern. Madison Battle. Battle in for Garcia, who singled to lead it off. Joe Morales at the plate. See how Texas Southern plays this. Tying run is in the on-deck circle. Time called. Morales fly to third, single to left center. A strike called, 0-1. Again, the winner of this game will come back tonight at 6 o'clock and play the winner of Prairie View and Alabama State. This is outside. This is where the grind comes in. Because you got to come back tonight. I can guarantee you, whoever wins this game, very short stay here. We'll leave the ballpark, get back to the hotel, get off your feet, get something light, maybe an hour or so of rest. I'm sure one of the coaches, whoever wins, will probably be here early to see how the later games are going, to kind of time when to get back here. It's a lot of moving pieces when you're in this situation at this time. 1-2 the count, because you'll be back here playing tonight. Here's the 1-2. It's a wild pitch. Runner to second. So Garcia singles. Battle pitch ran for her, and a wild pitch puts her at second. So Texas Southern with an opportunity to get on the board here. Runner at second, nobody out. The 2-2 popped up and out of play. Count is even 2-2. There's a shot in the left center. It's got to be caught. Ball was well hit and probably caught it a little bit. Hauled in by Davis.
Lady Tigers now with one out.
Second, one out.
Second. At the plate is number 7, Marissa Perla.
Marissa Perla doubled, fly to first. One out, runner at second. Perla, a base hit in the left field. First and third for Texas Southern. So the potential tying run coming to the plate. Yana Zuniga walked, struck out. Time called. Again, Alani Gonzalez has pitched every inning of her team's 2+ games. And there's no indication that she's going to come out of this game as the infield huddles up. Now the pitching coach coming out. Probably situational as well. Have to defend the situation here. All right, the count is 0-2. 0-2 the count to Indiana Zuniga, who walked and struck out. Slapped it straight back. Count remains 0-2. Texas Southern with runners on at first and third, one out. An opportunity here to at least get one. The 0-2. Just missed 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 the count. One out, first and third. The 1-2 misses outside, 2-2. The last runs that Texas Southern scored in this tournament came in game 1 in the 4th inning. They scored 2 in the 4th as they won 6-2. So you're talking about 2 innings there, 7 innings, and then into the 6th. You're talking about 14 straight innings that Texas Southern has been held scoreless. Trying to get on the board here. Count is 2-2. Just a 3-0 game, so a base hit here will help TSU's cause. Anna Zuniga, 0 for 1 with a walk. 2-2. Slaps it down the left side. It's going to land foul. Count remains 2-2. Bottom of the 6th inning. Coming up next, Prairie View, Alabama State. Our second loser's bracket game. One of these teams will be eliminated. We started with 8, we're down to 6. 2-2. Slap foul. After this game, we'll be down to 5. Following the Bama State Prairie View game, will be down to 4. winner of FAMU Jackson State in control of things on one side. Count is 2-2. That game coming up later. 2-2 pitch. Slap down the left side, foul. Good battle here between Holly Gonzalez and Deanna Zuniga. Two and two the count, one out. Pitch just missed. Full count. Full count, 3-2. The 3-2 slap to second, the throw home, and he's out there. 4-2, getting the lead runner. So 2 out. Time called. All right, so we've got a challenge here from Coach Raven Rodriguez. So Texas Southern is going to challenge at the plate. So again, as the umps look at it, so are you looking at it at home or on your mobile device. Looks good there. Yeah, it looks like the tag was made before she got to the plate. But I think for Coach Rodriguez, she's got to challenge this. So what we're seeing gives us an indication that the call will stand. Oh, now both head coaches are being called over.
It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, the neighborly day for beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted.
So we have an obstruction at home plate, and Texas Southern on the board. So the question of obstruction, and there's an obstruction at home plate. Texas Southern gets a run.
My neighbor, won't you please? Won't you please?
So TSU is on the board. So obstruction is the call. TSU's on the board. So it's 3-1. All right, so Laura Watson talking with the home plate umpire here just to get extra explanation. So there was obstruction. Run counts. It's 3-1. Well, Coach Rodriguez's challenge paid off. TSU on the board. And now they've got the potential go-ahead run at the plate. Tying run at first. And Griggs.
Ruling, save at home. Runners now on
first and second, one out.
Is number 16, Madison Griggs.
3-1 game. Things are a little interesting now. Just one out in the inning. Strike called, 0-2. 1-2 the count, one out. TSU's on the board now. The TSU dugout a lot more livelier on the third base side. The 0-2. Popped up. Left side. Off the line. Caught at third. Owens hauls it in for the second out.
For the Lady Tigers with runners on first and second. And of course,
so we'll have a pinch hitter. Lene Carr. Carr in for McLean.
headed to the plate, number 5 for the Lady Tigers, Lene Carr.
So Lene Carr at the plate. Lene Carr, the sophomore, stands in. Trying to keep the inning alive. Pitch strike called. Texas Southern on the board. 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th inning. Carr hit 169 during the season and 65 at bats. Here's the 0-1. All off the mask of the catcher Uema.
Hey, you way ahead, 9. Hey, way ahead, 9.
Count is 0-2. Oh, and 2. Rise ball high. Count is 1 and 2. 2 out, 2 on for Texas Southern. Texas Southern has left 6. The 1-2. Twice one outside, 2 and 2. This is the number 8 hitter for Texas Southern. Also, before it's all said and done, they'll have the key players for the Tigers coming up before this one's over. 2 and 2 the count, 2 out, 2 on. 2-run lead. Call, third strike.
And of course,
side is retired. Texas Southern gets a run that they strand 2. We have a 2-run game, top of the 7th inning. Day 3, game 1, coming up after this on the SWAC Digital Network.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Being an athlete means having a healthy desire to do as much as you can with your body for as long as you can.
Another year, another fence slum. We gon' spin and kill.
Gatorade has lower sugar, electrolyte-backed hydration options to keep you rehydrated and replenished. Gatorade, for every athlete, forever.
For the 7th inning, Charles Edmond, our producer, James Crenshaw and crew, Simone Stanley. Now the winning coach when this one is over, and it's too close to call right now. 3-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. You know, you talk about opportunities. Bethune Cookman has stranded 7. Texas Southern has stranded 8. TSU will have one more chance in the bottom of the 7th inning. in a 2-run game. Jocelyn Davis sacrificed, singled, fly to left. This ball stays high. I tell you what, you got to give Madeline Gonzalez a lot of credit for hanging in. Bethune Cookman, an RBI ground ball by Scott in the first. And then Velasquez single scored 2 to make it 3-0, and that's been it. There's a slapper right back to Gonzalez. 1 out.
1 out for the Lady Wildcats.
Jessica Alon, 0 for 3.
At the
Wide to
plate is
right,
34,
center,
Jessica Alon.
and the pitcher. 1 out, bases empty. And the winner of this game will play tonight at 6 against the winner of Alabama State Prairie View. The loser of this game is eliminated. Southern and UAPB were eliminated last night. Here's the 0-1. Later, it'll be FAMU and Jackson State. And then at 6 o'clock, the winner of this game and the next game will battle. Here's 1-1. Slap to second. Oh, the wind caught it. Staying with it, the second baseman, McLean.
Lady Wildcats now with 2 out.
6 in a row set down
And
by
hitting to the
Gonzalez.
plate is number 20, Sierra Clark.
Sierra Clark struck out. So a re-enter for Bethune Cookman. Sierra Clark will re-enter. 2 out. Clark fouls it off to the right side. Count is 0-1. Off-speed ground ball. Diving stop at short, and the throw is too late. Good play at short. On the hole, being able to make a solid throw. Good play by Perla.
Clark with a single left field.
Perla had to pounce up quickly and make a strong throw.
At the plate.
So for Bethune Cookman, Kendall McCauley will pinch run for Clark, who's done for the game.
At the plate is 24, Brooklyn Scott.
Scott at the plate. Scott 1 for 3, grounded to short and third. She doubled and scored a base in the 3rd inning. There's a slapper to short. That'll do it. Bethune Cookman strands another runner. They leave 8.
7. No run.
They leave runners on in every inning.
1 left on.
3-1.
3-1 your
Texas
score.
Southern. Last chance for the Tigers.
The bottom of the 7th.
9-1-2 coming up. Bottom of the 7th. Day 3. Game 1. Here on the SWAC Digital Network. The brackets, we'll be updating them here shortly. Texas Southern down to their final at bat. Again, if Bethune-Cookman wins this game, they eliminate Texas Southern, and they'll play tonight at 6 o'clock. Texas Southern scored a run in the 6th. They need 2 to tie, 3 to win it. Bottom of the 7th inning.
Bottom of the 7th at the plate for the Lady Tigers is number 25, Jalen Sweeney.
Sweeney 1 for 2, a bunt single, fly to third. Gonzalez, a bunt here, fielded here, throw, and out at first. Trying to lay down a bunt. Owens with the strong throw. The charge, the throw, hand first slide, yeah. I've heard coaches say when you slide hand first compared to foot first, you lose a little bit out of that deal. I've heard coaches say that. There's a slapper too short, and it's a single. Runner trying to get to second, the throw there, and she is out there. Johnson tried to extend it after the error. Well, Texas Southern's going to challenge this. I mean, you almost have to at this point. From that angle, looks like it's out. This is the angle here from the back. Yeah, I think the call's going to stand. Got to challenge it, though. Yeah, I think that back angle. Again, the umpires are looking at it just like we are and you are at home. You know? Did the tag occur in the upper part of the arm? And they're still looking at it here. See where that tag. Yep. Confirmed. Second out. Texas Southern is down to their final at bat. Pamela Richardson.
Lady Tigers
0
down
for
with
3.
2 out, and at the plate is number 6, Pamela Richardson.
Wide to center, struck out, fly to first. There's a slapper to third. Bethune-Cookman moves on. They eliminate Texas Southern. The final score, 3-1.
And that's going to wrap it up. No runs.
So Bethune-Cookman will play tonight at 6 o'clock
your winner
versus the winner of Prairie View and Alabama State.
3-1.
And for Texas Southern, a solid season, some close wins and some close losses. 3-1, the final score. Simone is with Bethune-Cookman head coach Laura Watton.
Coach, we talked about energy earlier in the week. You said you wanted to see the team loose and energized. These last 2 games, it's been nothing but energy on the field and in the dugout. What are you impressed by from this win?
They're just having a good time, and they deserve it. You know, they've put in a lot of work and gone through a lot this year, and so they just deserve it. You know, they deserve to have a good time and keep playing. And I just think that they just have battled, and Haleen is just locking it in right now. And it's I get staying with her because she wants to do it and she wants to throw. So I'm just proud of them for continuing to just keep going and going and going and not getting down. And you know, we had opportunities again to score runs. It's going to happen. We just got to keep going, keep going, keep going. And for them to make the defensive plays that they made, huge, just huge.
What's the plan to prep and recover for a quick turnaround tonight?
We're going to go have lunch and go back to the hotel and cool off and just get ready for the evening. That's all. That's it. Just chill and enjoy this for a second, and then come back and get ready to get back after it.
Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Game 10 is scheduled to
All right,
start
good
at
stuff.
1:20 p.m. Again,
Good
game
stuff
10
there,
is scheduled to
Simone.
start
And
at
look, I've been with teams that have been a part of that. The key is you got to get to the hotel, get off your feet, and get back out here. All right, so game 2, day 3 coming up next. Prairie View, the defending tournament champs in the losers bracket, taking on Alabama State. That game will start at 1:20. We'll talk to you then here from Gulfport here on the SWAC Digital Network.